Hello, hello, Wild Mamas and friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Wild Mama podcast. I am so excited because today I have a very special guest who, for the first time ever, is appearing not only on the podcast, but really I feel like on screen with me, right? My son, Vision Jimenez, my middle child. Welcome to the podcast, Vish.
Thanks.
Are you excited, nervous? How are you feeling about being on the podcast today?
Good.
Good? Well, I appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
So, Vish, I'm having you on the podcast because for the full month of May, in the spirit of Mother's Day and Mother's Day every day, we just wanted to have some open conversation with the children, my children, including you. And I thought it would be really interesting to get your perspective on motherhood, on our relationship, on just what it's like to be a 14-year-old right now, and any thoughts or insight that you might have to share. So I appreciate you joining me today. So Vish, you're 14. What's it like being 14 right now?
Pretty good.
Yeah, why is it pretty good?
I don't know.
What do you enjoy about being 14 or about being in 8th grade?
That I could be more independent
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Like in what way are you able to be more independent?
Like, I could walk to places by myself
Yeah.
and I could stay home by myself
Yeah.
and take care of Lolo by myself.
Nice job. It's kind of a big deal. Taking care of Lolo. You go fishing. You go to the store. Yeah. That's good. And do you feel like that independence was something you had to earn or it was just given to you?
It was something I had to earn.
You had to earn. How did you earn that ability and that independence?
Probably showing responsibility.
Yeah. Like what kind of responsibility? Do you have something in mind?
Like, maybe holding myself to a certain standard
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Like in terms of like behavior or actions or
Yeah,
words. Mm-hmm.
like actions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Because it wasn't something that I just allowed you to do, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So over time, you have gotten more privileges. So, I'm curious. I want to jump into your thoughts on motherhood from your perspective. So, you've had a mother for 14 years, and you've witnessed my growth as a person. So, what are some of your thoughts on motherhood? Like, what do you just generally think about it?
I think it's important that I have like a mom and stuff. Cause like I don't really feel like anybody else could show like a motherly I don't know how to explain it.
Like care?
Yeah.
Like a mother's care? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you feel like it's like an important role in your life or in like a child's life?
Yeah.
What do you feel like a mother's role is?
Probably to take care and be happy and like be balanced.
Like the mother not just take care but needs to be happy and balanced in herself? Why do you think that's important?
Cause like sometimes when you're like kind of frustrated or like hangry,
Yeah.
like sometimes I get like scared and stuff.
You get scared. Scared that I'm gonna get like upset or something. So you'd rather me be happy and balanced and well fed so then then I
Yeah.
can show up good for you. Okay, that's good. Yeah. No, I mean I think that's true. I think it's important. But I think it's something that a lot of moms think that they have to kind of like do everything for their kids rather than take care of themselves. But I feel like you're a big proponent of taking care of yourself so then everyone else can be good too. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Nice. What what's something that you feel like you maybe have witnessed about me being a mother? Like maybe something that has been successful or something that you think has gone well versus something that you feel like has been a challenge for me?
I think communication has went really well. I wouldn't say it's like a challenge, but having enough food is like something, cause like we eat a lot. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's not a lot of food, but because like one time Lolo ate a whole bag of cheese and then there was no more cheese to make other stuff with. But
Yeah. So keeping up with the demands.
I guess so.
Yeah. So just like kind of taking care and making sure there's enough of everything for everybody.
And I think also like working on picking up the house. Because like it could get dirty pretty easily.
Yeah. So kind of like the practical maintenance of the day to day, like getting groceries, cleaning up, doing dishes, just maintaining all that day to day stuff. I would agree because some of that stuff is not my favorite. And it can be a little bit hard when we have other things to do or when I'm building the business. It definitely can be a little bit challenging. So I would agree with that. The day to day stuff can be a little harder sometimes. How would you describe like my parenting style for you?
Mm, like, 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 forget the word. It's like, oh, like, in a way, kind of particular.
Mm.
Cause like, yeah, like, you want us to, like you say, like you don't want it to be like just your house, but like us all living in the house together.
Mm.
So like we all have to pick up without being asked and stuff.
Mm. Mhm. So like kind of taking some ownership over the house so that it's ours and our responsibility versus my responsibility. Mhm. And how about in terms of like how I parent you, or like maybe the way that I guide you in your life?
I think one thing is long conversations.
Long conversations.
That's been like a thing for my whole life.
Long conversations has been a thing your whole life. So what does that mean for people who might not understand what long conversations mean? Like, what does that mean when you say that?
Like if I'm like getting busted or something.
Getting busted?
Like, I don't know, like we have a long talk,
Yeah.
or if like something's wrong, we talk about it for a long time.
Mhm. And what has come out of those long conversations? Like, have you found them over time to be helpful or beneficial, or how do you feel about them?
Like, I think after the conversation,
Mhm.
we could like see each other's like opinion
Mhm.
or like point of view
Mhm.
in like a mutual way,
Mm. Mhm.
and it's like a better understanding
Mm.
of what's going on.
Mm. Mhm. Do you feel like they have been helpful to you?
Yeah.
What do you think that long conversations have taught you, or like what's the value that they've brought to your life?
Probably like communication is really important,
Mm.
because without like the talks and stuff, like it would have made it much harder
Mm.
to like know what was going on,
Mm.
or we would stay mad
Mm. Mhm.
instead of like figuring it out.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Do you feel like you have become a better communicator over time?
Yeah.
In what way?
Probably like opening up.
Mhm.
'Cause I remember like sometimes I would just stay quiet while you were talking.
Yeah.
But I found it helpful to like talk and open up.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Because I think when you were really little, you would shut down a little bit more. And I wrongfully interpreted that when you were young as you kind of being like, trying to ignore me intentionally or not want to talk, like to kind of be defiant. But through, I don't know, you were probably like 3 or so, and I, through talking, learned that you actually weren't shutting down because you were trying to be defiant or kind of hard-headed, but you were actually afraid. And so once I learned that you were actually scared, I kind of calmed myself down, and I realized that I needed to be a lot more patient with you and give you more time to kind of calm down and then open up. But you definitely took a longer time over time to open up more and express and communicate. And I think over the last few years in particular, you have opened up a lot more and have been able to not only express yourself but advocate more for yourself. And that was something that we wanted to really work on, right? So how do you feel about that now? Do you feel like more comfortable, or do you find it a little easier to speak up or advocate for yourself?
I think before you would be like, let's talk about it, and a bit, I don't want to talk about it, but now it's like, yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So it's just more open because you also have kind of maybe felt the benefits of talking about it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm very proud of you for how much you've opened up and, been willing to communicate more and speak up and also kind of fight for yourself, whether it's with your siblings or people at school or me. I think for me it's always been very important because you can be very nice and everybody gets along with you, that I have always really wanted you to be someone who could also still speak up for yourself if someone was doing something that wasn't appropriate to you or was mean, or taking advantage of your kindness, and not wanting you to have to hold in, whatever the more difficult feelings might be. So you've done a good job in that area. So good job. I want to know. I asked you I don't know if you remember this, but like a couple weeks ago, I was like, "Hey, Vish, some people, especially at your age, really struggle to like themselves or love themselves. Like sometimes people want to look like this or be different." And I asked you like how you felt about yourself. And do you remember what you said? No?
No.
Okay, well, do you love yourself? Do you like yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said I love myself. So I'm very curious, at 14, why do you feel comfortable in your own skin? Why do you love yourself?
I don't know. I think I just feel confident.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's something that has helped you be confident, or something that helps you feel good in your skin that you don't really need to question yourself? Do you feel like other kids your age or other boys your age feel confident, or
I think so.
you think so? So maybe it's just your age group is like pretty self-assured right now, or
Guess so.
kind of, maybe.
Like, I mean, I don't know about like the kids in my class, but like, pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
they like themselves.
Maybe you should ask them. Maybe you should ask your friends. Do you like yourself? What do you like about yourself? Don't turn that off. Because from my perspective, I don't think all 14-year-olds feel that way. Like super confident or self-assured. So that's why I'm kind of asking you, like, why do you feel so confident, or have you always felt that way?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in third grade, I was taller than everybody,
Uh-huh.
but like that kind of passed.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the most part, you feel pretty good.
Mhm.
Another big thing is that you're 14 and you don't have a phone like your friends,
Mhm.
and like social media and that kind of stuff. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I never really had a phone,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't really feel like I'm missing out on anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like it kind of just feels normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't feel like I'm missing something.
Mm. So you're not someone who feels like, oh, everybody else has it, so I should have it.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have one, but
Pretty cool to have a phone, or pretty cool to have social media.
to have a phone,
Yeah. What would be cool about having a phone?
texting my friends.
Texting your friends. So mainly just communication with your friends. Yeah, I get that. And what do you think it would take for you to get a phone?
Probably responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Like showing more responsibility. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember that you did feel like some of your friends having like phones and social media did kind of impact them. Do you feel like it's a positive impact on you that you don't have it, or again you don't really know? Like, what do you think from your perspective based on your what you see in your friends?
I mean, no. I don't know if, like, it's just the way my friends act. Just like, just them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's because of their phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Sure. That makes sense. What is something that you think mothers should know about raising a boy like you, like a 14-year-old, or boys in general? What's something that maybe you think a mom should keep in mind, like me?
Probably communication. Like, I think structure is good. I don't really like structure, but I think it's a good thing.
Mm. Mm-hmm. I always say that I like structure but not rigidity. Do you know that what rigidity is? Like rigid is like really like rigid. It's like it's immovable.
Yeah.
Whereas structure, it's like there's like kind of like a structure, but it can be a little flexible.
Yeah, that's what.
So you kind of like that too, like structure, but it's not like overly rigid or overly disciplined. Kind of like harsh. Yeah. So communication, and when you say communication, like what do you think? Like, because I think a lot of parents sometimes struggle to communicate with their teenagers. So, what do you think a parent or a mother could do to encourage communication with their kid?
Probably talking with them and being comfortable with talking is a good thing.
Like the mom being comfortable being like talking?
Like a mutual, like kind of both being comfortable.
Which probably comes with practice. Probably have to communicate a good amount to get comfortable. Because you weren't always comfortable. And I wasn't necessarily always comfortable either. So, but we've done a lot of practice. You're pretty practiced in communication. Do you think that our communication benefits your communication with like your friends or teachers?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause like sometimes I'm absent and I get missing work and then my grade gets low and then I have to communicate to like get it up. And that's why today I stayed after school to do work.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you think that our relationship has grown in the last years, or changed, improved?
I think like talking and communicating got better. Think like spending quality time and I think you like when we have an interest you really like support us.
Yeah. And what's been your latest interest?
Like fishing and flag and football.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. What do you feel like makes our relationship great?
Like probably the way that we talk to each other. And like quality time.
And you're someone like, sometimes people assume that teenagers don't want to be around their parents, but you actually like being around your parents. So why do you like being around your parents? I mean, you love spending time with your friends, but you also enjoy being with your parents too.
I guess like parents could be fun too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think your parents are fun? Nice. That's good. Do you have any questions for me in this Mother's Day month, or questions for me about life or parenting or mothering or anything that you want to ask me?
How do you think, or how do you feel, or what is a way that we could support you in your life?
What's a way that you guys as my kids could support me in my life? I mean, I think you all do a really good job supporting me. I feel, I mean, besides More Hope Cleaning, like I said before, I feel really supported by you guys, and I feel really supported when you show up to my events and stuff and are present and show that you care and help me out. And when hens can't do video audio and you step in and do it and you take that responsibility on, that's really supportive of me. And I feel supported when you ask me how I'm doing, when you just kind of check in on me. That feels very supportive. And I feel supported too when you help me with Lolo and we take him fishing and do things that he likes to do. I feel really supported. So generally I feel really supported by you. And I like when you tell me, when you give me words of affirmation, like the card. That makes me feel not only supported but loved. And I appreciate that. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Do you feel like you're supportive? Or do you feel like there's something you could be doing differently?
I guess the ways you said that I support you kind of just feels normal to me. It's not like I'm I'm intentionally oh, I gotta support my mom and I gotta say this. But kind of just comes naturally.
Well, that's good. Is there something else that you maybe thought I would need, or that you think maybe is a way to support me? That maybe would take more intention?
Probably making food.
Yeah. helping to cook. Yeah. That is always helpful. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think is something that mothers should know, or that you think mothers need to hear right now?
Mm. Mm. Maybe that bad times pass.
Say more. Bad times pass. What do you mean by that?
Like if like something bad is happening, or it's like kind of a down time, it's not gonna last forever.
Yeah. So keep going. Yeah. That's a good one, because there's a lot going on right now for people. So that's a really good one. Good perspective. Anything else you want to say about like my mothering or motherhood, or about our relationship, that you think might be helpful for another mother who's maybe raising a young boy or young kids, and they might be coming into their teenage years?
I think starting communication early, like at a young age.
Like how young?
As young as possible.
We started really young, like before you could even talk.
Really?
Yeah. So starting communication young. Okay. And why do you think that that's important?
Because it kind of like shapes their mindset. Like a good mindset is really helpful. Because like I know that when I try to talk to Lolo sometimes, I'm like kind of scolding him. Like I wouldn't say his whole mindset is like bad, but like there's some parts of it like he needs to work on, or we need to work on with him. And it's like I try to tell him something, but he doesn't want to listen, or he'll make excuses, and instead of like listening.
And what is a good mindset to you? What does that mean?
Like good actions and stuff, and like thinking about what you're doing and like how it's affecting everything.
So like being thoughtful
And aware and stuff.
and aware. Considerate. Yeah. And so you think communication over time and like maybe making correction helps to shape that thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because you know, for you know, it took time to shape your thinking also. So I think we have to be patient with Lolo and know that all of us took time to get our minds shaped, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the heck with that car alarm. It won't go off. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. So do you think that you have a pretty solid mindset now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And like in a way that you like trust your own judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's good. Last question for you that I have is, what kind of person or man do you want to be as you grow?
I want to be like smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like a dumb guy.
Like a dumb guy.
Like that makes like dumb decisions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I want to take care of myself.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think I can do to help you be that kind of person in your life?
Probably just keeping me in check.
Keeping you in check. What does
Yeah.
that look like?
Like like checking up on me
Mm-hmm.
and like reminding me of like what I want to be.
Like your
I
vision.
guess.
Vision. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like keeping you on track, guiding you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to say?
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for being my son.
You're welcome.
I like having you as my son. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Great. Well, thanks for being on the podcast. Thanks for being willing to have this conversation. How do you feel about it?
Good.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks y'all for tuning in, and until next time, have a wonderful day and week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.